The last couple segments we did out here at Audiology Hearing Aid Associates, we talked about hearing loss and why it's not a DIY kind of project. So we talked about amplification and people just buying products over the counter and why that doesn't work. And now we're talking about a trial basis here. Can you kind of recap the last couple segments and then talk about the trial basis?
The first segment was when we decided if a person really had a hearing loss. And once we decided that it was a hearing loss that could not be dealt with through medical means, then we considered hearing aids for that individual. The second segment was when we actually fit the hearing aids and taught the patient how to use them. But even when a hearing aid has been appropriately fit, sometimes people have difficulty becoming acclimated to hearing sounds they haven't heard in a long time or hearing things in a different way. So we do a trial period with patients, which I think is very important because we actually give them a hearing aid and let them borrow it for a period of time under our supervision. Mm-hmm. How do you need to do that? You don't do that with your glasses. You don't do that with do it with your dentures. Well, hearing aids are difficult to adjust to for many people, and they're fairly expensive. So we try to protect our patients as much as possible. So rather than to tell a patient you need to buy a hearing aid, what we say is, let's fit you with some hearing aids, let you wear them in your own listening environments and see how well you do with them. Mm-hmm. And we do all of that in our clinic at no charge. Now there are clinics that do charge for that, and I think that that's probably a fair approach. But we don't want people to end up getting hearing aids and putting them in the dresser drawer and never using them. So essentially the patient takes the hearing aid after the initial fitting and they wear it for about 2 weeks. And we suggest that when we fit the hearing aid, they bring a husband or wife with them, and then probably to the follow-up visits as well, so we have some extra feedback. But once they've worn the hearing aid for a couple of weeks in their listening environments, we get good feedback from them. They may come in and say, well, that left ear is doing very well, but the right ear is irritating to me. Certain types of sounds are aggravating. Or I'm able to hear these people pretty well, but these people I'm having more difficulty with. But by knowing that, based on the first 2 weeks of wearing the devices in their personal living environments, then we've got a lot better idea as to how well they're going to do. And because hearing aids are more difficult to fit than glasses, that feedback is very, very important to us. You know, with glasses, most fittings are based on a mechanical issue. The eyeball is the wrong shape. But with hearing loss, it's neurological. There are thousands and thousands of nerve fibers that are being affected. And so just putting a hearing aid on someone, even if you set it properly, does not always ensure that they're going to do well. But if they can give us information as to what works and what doesn't work, then we end up with a much better result. So after 2 weeks of wearing the hearing aids and then giving the audiologist some feedback, we bring them in and we tweak the hearing aid. We change the prescription up and down a little bit, kind of like with glasses, if they could do it. Of course, you can't do it with glasses. But if you had glasses, for example, that were digital and the prescription wasn't exactly right and your optometrist could hit a few keys on the computer and change it based on your feedback and give you a better fitting, that would be good. Well, we can actually do that with hearing aids. So after we've tweaked it, we then send them out for another 2 weeks. I think it's important to follow them for about a month. Occasionally, it will be longer than a month. It kind of depends on how they're doing. At the end of the trial period, if they are not able to adapt to the hearing aid, if they do not believe that it has given them some significant improvement in their hearing, then they don't spend any money on a hearing aid. In our clinic, as I mentioned previously, we don't charge anything. So it means you can test drive your hearing aids for about a month. So the bottom line is, do a good exam. Make sure it's not a medically correctable problem. Fit the hearing aid well using state-of-the-art technology. Let the patient wear it under the supervision of our audiologists, and then make your decision at the end. I think if you do that, most individuals end up doing very, very well.
To learn more about Audiology Hearing Aid Associates, you can give them a call at their Langhorne Road location in Lynchburg at 434-528-4245. Also, they have a Main Street location in Danville at 434-799-6288. Also, you can learn more online at digitalhearing4u.com. And we'll be right back.